Spawn.
You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor.
I'm feeling strange, trapped in the grave. All alone, I rot in my own skin. So see as I say, a drunken restraint. The perfect plane laid down my own name. Hell's rising. Hell's rising. The stars remain, a deeper to sing. A blood field, blinded response. A bitter I cling to the ones that remain. Exile without reason. The time to catch the feelings we build this like someone is clear to blow. We're building the power, strengthening the arm, and building the wall. Welcome to your demonstration.
All right. Oh, we lost Zach.
Chair
What's that? Chair stream for Zach. Hold on a second. We should do this. There we go.
Pretty kitty.
There we go. Let's start getting. Let's get the music going. What are we doing here?
Meow. Pretty kitty.
He's back.
Sorry, I
There
had
you
to get
go.
a water.
Let me bring that down. Let me bring it down. All right, everybody, welcome to the Spawn Review, episode 49. I know it's been a little while since we've had this. I want to say it's probably been about a month, and it's all my fault. I've been extremely busy. Well, I'll take the arrows. for
Take it
this
on
one.
your chin.
Yeah, I'll take it somewhere. Hey, what? Been extremely busy, working on Reaper Destroyer projects, trying to stream the other shows, work, family, all that kind of stuff. And I just haven't had the chance to read a lot of Spawn books lately. So we just haven't had the episodes. But I went back through on Sean's requests, and he's like, because I asked him, I was like, what do you want to do? You want to dive into, because I'm 2 issues behind on Spawn. I was like, you want to dive into Spawn? And he's like, you know what? Let's do Curse of Shirley Johnson too, because we keep talking about that and haven't done it yet. So I set some time out today. I went through, I read the issue, and we're going to look at it and we're going to review it. Have you guys read it? I'm hoping so. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I read it when it first came out, and then I forgot that I did because it's been a while. But I skimmed through it today, and I was like, oh, what the? But again, we'll get into it.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Zach, how's it going, man? We haven't seen you in a second. How are you doing, my friend?
Been pretty crazy. Been really, really crazy. But I've been trying to keep it up. Just working a lot of hours. I got my surgery date month coming in.
Oh, that's right.
confirmed. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. It's gonna be April.
April.
Yep.
Man. Well, I guess that's a little ways away. It's what, 5 months still? 6 months?
Mhm. It's
Shit.
not that far off from now. It's gonna come pretty quick. And
Yeah, it'll come a lot.
fast
It'll come
and
quicker.
hard. It'll come
oh,
fast and hard. like-
It'll come fast and hard.
I do want to
Um,
say, man, not just Spawn, but I gotta say both Marvel, DC, and all the other comic companies, right? I swear, man, it's been a great year for comics in general. I really like
been a good year.
all the stuff
Yeah.
that they've been outputting. So, yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all of that great stuff.
Yeah, no, it's been a pretty good year. Obviously, what's going on with Spawn. Sean and I were actually talking because I know when we first started this show, when Sean and I first started, we're like, we're going to talk Spawn. We're going to dive into all these different Spawn things. And, things happen. Life gets busy. It's hard to dive into, do everything you want to do with the show. And I was thinking, because Brett Booth is going to leave around 475. At least that's what I know, unless he extends his run. But everything I'm hearing is that that's at least his last scheduled issue is
Really?
475. Yep.
Cocksucker.
So we'll see what direction the book goes after that. And I'm not saying I don't want to do Spawn reviews after that, but that was the reason why we got into doing the show, was because of Brett jumping on. But I still want to carry on the show. But what I think I'd like to do with this show going forward is not just Spawn review, but we've been getting really excited about The Darkness. The Darkness is getting rebooted, and Ed Bennis is coming on as art. Mark Silvestri is writing. So we might try to fit in like a series of shows where we're bouncing around from doing like Spawn, The Darkness, and some other stuff in there as well. So I don't know. It's I'm mulling it around in my head right now. But the Spawn, damn, I fucked it up. Mo Biggs is in the chat. He's gonna give me shit. Spawnco fans, because I haven't said it in a month. But the Spawnco fans are in the house. Let's say hi to the chat real quick. Mark Penguin was number 1 in the chat and number 1 in my heart and our hearts. That makes you my friend.
You're number 1.
Yes, you are.
So, Mr. Penguin, a penguin is a bird that cannot fly. I am a man. I have a name.
And his name is Mark Penguin. Welcome to the show. We also have Twisted Dreams, member of the channel. And of course, all of the members, the first one that jumps in the chat, it's this.
Oh my God! I'm sorry! I can't stop coming! I'm sorry! Oh, it feels so good!
Oh, it feels so good. Members in the chat tonight. Also,
Subject's notes. The extraction theory papers. Am I the only one who did the reading?
always. Well, hopefully you did the reading tonight. He says he's back to stir up more shit. Did you stir up last night? We had a hell of a chat last night. I didn't get to, watch the chat like I normally do. There's a lot of good numbers in the chat last night, so I don't know. I missed some of that stuff. We have the man himself right here, Mr. Mobit.
Hey, Mo! Mo! What? I finished the drawer. What do you want me to do, kiss you? Well, go on, put it over there.
It's that kind of night. It's a kissing kind of night.
I love the Three Stooges. I love that show.
Rick.
Classic.
Oh,
Classic. Even Shem. You know what I'm saying? Even Shem. Shem. Is it Shemp? Well,
I thought so.
I can't pronounce.
Well, that's why he's the fourth stooge. Nobody.
Right. Nobody remembers how you pronounce his name. That's why he was the fourth one.
Yeah.
Remember the channel. Rick Saylor's in the house. Good to see you, brother.
A common thread in all of my failed schemes is human stupidity. People are just too stupid to accept me as their leader.
That's 100% true. SFG497 says, hail the chat. Hail to you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We also have our guy, Sheldon Martin, in the house.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Yeah, you know it. Member of the channel, Scribe Comics, is here as well. He says, what's up, fellas?
What's up with you?
We also have Cunt.
Yo.
Well, yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you. I love that name. The Don. By the way, the studio this Saturday, 7 p.m. I'm going to be there on the studio drawing some Reaper Destroyer, hanging out with the fellas, having a good time. Apparently, though, I have to share my time with Hojo. And I'm like, do you realize who you booked? You booked Joe, motherfucking Sonntag, right? And you're going to make me share my spotlight with somebody else. I was like, that's cool. This is my second time on, so I'm not going to take too much of offense to it. But I'm going to remember that. 7 p.m., everybody. Check it out. Zach, glad to see you, says Twisted Dreams.
Yeah, it's great to see everybody again. I gotta tell you, man, it's been a while since I've been streaming. Since I haven't been doing it, it feels great every time I come back on.
Yeah. Don says, happy birthday, Zach.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
This is Zach's 30th birthday. So, guys, go ahead and give the happy birthdays in the chat to Zach.
And
Send
happy
super
birthday,
chats to me.
chats.
Yep, send super chats to me. Because I want to capitalize on anybody's stuff on this, So, wish Zach a happy birthday by sending me a super chat, is what I'm saying. Is that going to be, is that going to be Miss Zach? Is Zach going to be, I don't know what that means, Sheldon. Anybody get that?
No.
I don't know. Am I supposed to get like a sex change? Like, is that what he like? I'm confused by that. Like,
usually I get what Sheldon Martin saw. You're gonna have to clarify on that one. I'm lost on that. I'm still reading the spawns. Good. Well, tonight we're gonna be looking at Shirley Johnson too. So hopefully we get back on track. We do the Spawn review next week. We will do a catch up. We'll try to do the last 2 issues of Spawn since I've missed it. and we'll get rolling. Yeah, everybody go sub to the studio over on Don's channel, 7 p.m. Eastern this Saturday. I will be over there rocking it with everybody. Paulus Arts, who won his first night last night, came in number 1. He is on the leaderboard. Let me bring that up while we're talking about Paulus Arts on the leaderboard for the first time. Congratulations, man. We got to catch Rick. That's the whole thing, everybody. You have to catch Rick. Stay number 1 in the chat. Twisted Dreams is number 1 right now. Do what you can to stay number 1. Comment, super chat. I'm not begging for super chats. You don't have to do that, but comment amongst yourselves. Comment with us. You'll be active, and that's how you stay number 1. We got Wiley J. Draws in the house as well. Good to see you. Did I miss anybody? We have Ahoya Boy. I think I said that right. Spawn 369 is epic. Okay. We will do 368 and 369 next week if I get the time and I can get caught up, because I'm 2 issues behind with that. I want to get back on track with that because I've heard good things so far, and it does suck that I'm that far behind.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. What?
No, go to Sheldon. He just
pre-surgery Zach. Post-op Mrs. Zach. Yeah. Terrible joke.
Okay, then I'm just.
I get it now. No, yeah, the same thing here. I'm just like, all right, it was bad timing what it was, right? He probably had the good timing in the chat when you said it. He probably put the comment, but it took a while to get to it, and then we were already like, what does it mean? I don't know. Black Spider's in the house. He's like, yo, what's up, dudes?
What's up with you?
What's up with you? Sometimes I just allow people to win. That's nice of you, man. Rick needs to allow people to win, to catch up and make it interesting. Otherwise, he's going to be taking home the awesome prize at the beginning of the year, which is going to be amazing. Whoever's on top of that leaderboard at the end of the year is going to win something awesome, guys. I'm telling you. You want to be a part of this, Dennis Kelly. I'm looking at you. Good to see you, brother. All right. That's the leaderboard, everybody. Updated, ready to roll. All right. Shirley Johnson, issue 2. Let's dive into it.
Let's go.
Bring it up here. And first reactions, you guys. I enjoyed it. Sean and I were talking about it just a little bit earlier, that the only issue I have with this, and we'll talk about it as we go, is I feel like there is still too much mystery being presented and not enough answers. Now, I know it's only issue 2, but I would say like in issue 2, give me at least a little bit of something, right? And I'm thinking so far in this issue, we still just, it felt like just an offshoot of number 1 with just a mystery after a mystery. That's how I felt. What do you guys think? Give me a good quick rundown of how you felt about the book before we dive into it, and then we'll do our usual ending with the ratings and stuff.
I actually think you
go for it.
No, sorry. Go ahead, man.
No. You're the birthday boy.
I actually think you've hit the nail on the head. It's just a mystery within a mystery kind of thing. I did like how the art is done throughout the whole issue. It's still as awesome as it was in the first issue. I do like the compositions a little bit more in the second issue, because of the way that he structured some of the panel layouts on it. Really caught my eye a lot. Like the cover, like issue 2 cover, really is a good cover.
Oh, it's a great cover. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love it. The art in this book is amazing. I have nothing bad to say about the art whatsoever. I really enjoy it. It's just when I got in the story, the first issue really grabbed me, and then I thought we were going to have a little bit more of an expansion on that first issue, and I feel like it was just kind of more of the same of what we just got. That was my biggest issue with it. But let's jump into it. So we start with this, and this was one of the things that a couple things confused me with this, and I didn't go back and read issue 1 to get caught up. But we jump into this first page, and I feel like these are 2 unrelated issues, or is it the same thing? So is this guy keeps his eyes on his belt? Is that what's going on? Because we jump into it. We just jump right into a cold open, and it's just a voice that says, "Come on, Simon, tell us again how a vampire ends up in hell." Yeah, and how you whack that sorcerer for this medallion, and it shows this medallion, opens its eyes, and it says later when we get back, or later when we're back. For now, take the eye like we practice, gentle hands. But then it shows this character, which I don't remember from the first book.
No.
It's a new character, right? So I'm not, because you had Boots, the angel version of Boots, in issue 1, and then you had like another angel character, but it wasn't this guy, right? So it's like brand new characters just showing up. Is that what you guys are getting out of this?
Yeah,
I'm on the
pretty
same
much
page.
the same.
Okay, so that confused me for a little bit, you know, like that. And that was one of the things when I'm reading this. I'm like, all right, I feel lost right off the bat. Like, to introduce this character, and we pick up where SHERLEE is, where she got pierced through the heart by this spider creature thing, and the stranger had his arm ripped off, and that was how it ended. Oh, I didn't realize this. Little
the nipples.
Yeah, little nipples,
Yeah,
little
like
Greg Capullo-ish nipples, you know, big old square ones.
Mhm.
But they walk through this portal right at the time that Shirley Johnson has been impaled, and you just get this really badass double page splash. Not that much script on there, so I appreciate that. That's cool. You just get to see this art, and it's just, again, this book on itself stands with the art alone. Just 1,000%. Like this, the imagination in this book is really, really fun when you dive into the line work and the creature designs and everything.
It's a classic Capullo layout. And
Yeah,
it's
very Capullo-ish.
reminiscent. Yeah, and the art's in that wheelhouse as well. And yeah, it's just beautiful shit as far as art goes.
And change the background music a little bit more upbeat. There we go. There we go. Simon Pure was in the first issue. He had an S on his forehead. Okay. I'm trying to think. So it must have been. I'll have to go back and look, man, because I missed, or at least he doesn't look the same as he did in the first issue. Maybe. I guess I need to start checking on this one too. No, Don, you do. Like, I think you enjoy this. This is a good. This was one of my more anticipated books that were coming out this year. And the first issue, when it dropped, did not disappoint at all. I think we all gave it 10s.
Yeah.
When we reviewed it. The music.
The first issue was definitely a 10. It was like probably the best indie book at the moment for the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'd venture to say that. That's definitely, if we do like a top 10, indie books of the year at the end of the year, in general, I think this, we should do it probably like on Odd and stuff or something. But I think Shirley Johnson would definitely be on there, issue 1. So this is what I did like about the book, though. Even though it's presenting a lot of new mysteries, some characters I thought maybe were not as defined as issue 1. And granted, maybe if I went back through and reread issue 1 right into issue 2, it would be a lot more seamless. I'm just kind of going off of memory here. But we do get to dive into a little bit more of what Shirley Johnson is capable of. And we see this in this issue where she's pissed off now. Like, this thing is pierced her through the heart, taking her heart out. She sees her newfound friend on the ground, hurt. And she finally snaps. She has that split, right? She goes from her clown face Shirley Johnson version to this evil powered up version. And I like how they did this. And she kicks some serious ass in this book. Try and take some real damage. Bites the finger off. I like that.
I like those subtle panels where it's just like thud.
That's Capullo-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I like Galapion as an artist, he picked up so much from working on Greg for so many years. I mean, how could you not? Muscle memory, there's got to be in his mind, which is good because Greg is such a fantastic storyteller. Sequentially, how he positions the cameras and the scenes, the panel work, all that kind of stuff. It's really showing through in this book. And it's not that I look at this and I'm like, this is a Greg ripoff, but you can see you can see that in his work, and I like it. It works for this story, for this universe. So she's still got Teddy still doing her thing, got the chains going on, and this is just a really awesome. Yeah, it's just an awesome drawing right here. I love this so much. You guys can speak. I feel like I'm the only one talking.
No, I'm actually like right now. You're doing pretty good. Like I'm I'm like, it's funny. It's been a hot minute since I read this issue because it was a while ago for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, and man, I'm just like looking at the artwork all over again. And yeah, dude, it's like early '90s Image stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
The layout, the colorist did a great job with this run so far. Especially the color palette on the cover. Damn, dude, damn.
And you know what? Like Joe and I talked about this earlier. Like, she powered up really quickly, really fast.
yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like I would like to know a little more answers on how that happened. You know, because she's like Mortal Kombat, like finish him status, and it's just
Right, and we'll get to that when we get to the book, because you'll see. Now, obviously, they started a mystery in the first issue that she had something, because that one I can't remember the character's name, if they even said it, but the villain in this book that's been keeping an eye on everything is like, testing her or kind of torturing her for a reason, almost like unlock something, I think. And we're going to see what that is, I think, coming up in this issue. But she obviously is a powerful character, and we get to see that in this issue, and I love it because she's about to do this. This issue was an issue built on action. This is a good second issue to follow the story build up, character introduction. Now we get the second issue comes, it drops, it's all action, gives us that feel, which I'm happy with. I just have a little bit of issues with some of the storytelling. Drew G's in the house. He says working on stuff, but listening but listening. What's up, guys? What's up with you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, all the secrets. Tell us the secrets. And then we get a look at the stranger. Now, the stranger, after having his arm cut off, he is kind of struggling here. We kind of get the feeling for the first time. We get to learn just a little bit about him. We know that his people were all killed. His village or whatever he comes from was all killed from last issue. Now he's like, no, not again. Can't control it. Please run. And Shirley Johnson, this whole entire time, just basically doesn't pay attention to him too much. She's enraged. She's doing her thing. And this entire time he's on the ground because he's knowing something bad is coming. And that's going to build. I like the storytelling with that.
Well, that's menacing.
Even if I gotta, let's see, what is it? Even if I gotta rip every leg off these bug-eyed freaks. Yeah, great design.
That's a cool panel. That's classic Greg.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's for sure. Sending these cannibal creatures or whatever they are after Shirley Johnson and the stranger. Okay, so this is what that dude was talking about. So he's got the S on his forehead. I'm gonna have to go back and look. So is this the guy then when you had the interaction with Boots and he's talking about like searching for his family? Is this the guy then that's searching for his family or something? And
I don't think so.
You don't think that's that guy?
I could be mistaken.
Okay, I gotta go back and read that then. I'm really confused. Yeah, I'm a little confused on that then. If I don't know. But yeah, so this guy's trying to get on her good side and just be like, this is bad, too many of them, and can't get to her. Shirley, over here. And she's just like, who are you? But he's like, we finally found you, or we really found you again. So there's a cool mystery right there, right? Found you again. When was the first time? What was related to that story? So I don't mind that build up. That's a good, continue the mystery. Who Shirley Johnson is? Why are these people after her? Why is she known? Why does she have this power? All that stuff. Now she just goes ham. She goes ham on these demonic,
bastards.
Whatever they are. And it's just really great panel work. That's all I can say. I mean, as far as a book, not too much I can say about this issue except just fun action. Take it in for what it is. But I'd say for the most of this issue though, it's her being so angry and doing what she's doing that she's not really listening to this dude or the stranger. And they're trying to appeal to her the entire time this issue is going on, and she is just going crazy, just taking out demon after demon. she's mad at everybody, Spawn, God, you know, and it's just a little bit of a releasing of this energy or this power that's inside her that I think that the main villain is looking to extract from her. So this was a good glimpse into that. Spawn review always gets me into the mood to draw. Nice, man.
Yes.
I hope so. I hope so. That's one answer to a mystery. He killed his people. That's true. That's a good point, Sheldon. So we do find out, we'll jump ahead, spoiler alert, that the stranger here is freaking out because there's something happening to him right now. And so far, the story that he told Shirley, I guess he didn't go into detail, that his people were dead, right? And so she just automatically thinks that somebody else killed him and all this kind of stuff. And she's trying to appeal to him, saying, stay here, I got this, I'm gonna take care of this, nobody hurts my friend kind of thing. And she's like, I'm not leaving. He lost his family, and he lost his friends, his family, and he still helped me. And that's when we get the first kind of reveal here, where he's like, you're wrong, I didn't lose them, so get away, I don't want to hurt you. And it finds out that he's like, I'm the one that killed him. And in this really awesome panel here, love this transformation from whatever power he is. Now I want some theories on this, guys, in the next page when we get there, because they show a bunch, like a montage of different Spawn characters. So I want to kind of theorize what this character's powers are. But before we do that, just looking at the transition here, the colors and everything just knocks it. Like, this is one of my favorite pages in the entire book. I don't know why, but I just loved going from his regular face to this blacked out face, just the Spawn like eyes, the teeth are showing or come out, and then you just get this boom, like he kind of explodes like a bomb. I don't know, this is probably my favorite page in the entire book. I just really, really dug that.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's aesthetically pleasing. Then we get to this.
This is what did it for me. That one right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
all right, talk about it.
All right, because this is why I like the second issue a lot more than the first, because of this panel right here.
This is a bad panel.
More on a personal preference, but the reason why is because it wasn't the first comic book I ever picked up. It was the first comic page I've ever saw. When I was a little kid, my dad had this dingy ass, bad shaped. It was in a bad shape. It was what if the Silver Surfer had possessed the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was in the closet, like I said, in bad shape. But as a little kid, I saw it, and I'm flipping through it, and there's one page in that book where you have, just like this, it's headshots of all these characters where these were heroes that died, basically.
Oh, got you.
And one of them had Spider-Man in the headshot, and that was the one that I would draw over and over and over again. But with this just touches home on that a little bit. And I feel like when you have a composition like how this prepped up for it, where it had the headshots right in the back, I love, because this guy just garnered everyone's attention.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the interesting thing. Like, this power right now, everybody that they're showing here is sensing it, or they're feeling it. So you get all the different Spawn variants, including Spawn himself. You got Nyx there.
Characters we haven't even been introduced to yet.
Brand new characters we haven't seen. She Spawn, a lot of these Spawn characters. I'm like, who the hell are these Spawn characters? You got some you recognize, but a lot that you don't, or at least that I don't. And then it ends with this panel down in the bottom with the main antagonist of the story saying, fascinating. But the bomb that he goes off, this surge of energy that he releases, and he gets his arm back. His arm reconnects, or he grows his arm, or whatever it is that happens. And but everybody notices it right off the bat, and that's cool. So not only is Shirley Johnson powerful in herself, and a mystery of what that is, but also the stranger is something very, very powerful. So those two characters together, that's pretty interesting, putting that much power together, or at least what I'm perceiving could be that much power together as a team in this book. Wiley J says modern comics could use captions every once in a while. I don't know why it's so verboten to use them. I agree with that. I think maybe it's it's just a modern thing, right? Modern way of doing storytelling. They don't do a lot of that stuff, I guess. Andrew White in the house. What's up, man?
What's good? How you doing?
Good to see you. So we get this flash. We go to this guy's lair here, and he's recognizing this. And I just want to go over this real quick. He says, an awakening here of all places. So there's an awakening. He's sensing it. The last one was 70,000 years ago, ended with the new ruler on the throne. Any idea who that might be? Malbolgia? Or somebody that we haven't even heard of in the history yet?
Could be Malbolgia.
I think it's gonna be someone prior to Malbolgia.
Okay. Probably. It would make sense to bring a new character in, but it made me think about it.
Malbolgia wasn't around when fucking Medieval Spawn was in the picture at the time. Because Malbolgia would have known. Medieval Spawn would have known who Malbolgia is. He doesn't. He only knows him when he met Al.
Didn't Malbolgia create the Spawn suits?
Not.
That's a great question.
I mean, that's up for
Violator
debate.
and
You could say Violator is the one that made the suits, which is
well. I mean, you mean like Malbolgia is the one that put it into like this is what's going on. Like he was the head honcho at the time, and Malbolgia, and then he got Cog. Or whatever he's going about.
So when in issue Spawn 100, Malbolgia argues with a human demon or a demon-looking guy in human form, where they're pretty much like, hey, if you can't do what you got to do to hold your shit down in this realm, somebody's going to take your place. And it brings it all the way up to this point where
what was that guy's name?
Where if Malbolgia reigned power at that time for how long he has, who was it that he took power over prior to him?
True.
Because medieval Spawn would have known exactly who Malbolgia is. He doesn't. He only knows
something's going wrong with the editorial, because in the recent years they've shown that it was Violator and then Cagliostro were the ones that created the Spawn symbiote. So something's fucked up within the time.
This is the thing with the continuity when you have 300 plus issues and you have different writers, different editors. There is definitely some continuity issues within the Spawn universe in general. I agree a little bit with Wiley J also in the chat. When it comes to books like this or the offshoot of the main title Spawn, I think you definitely need to have editors captions in there, because he goes on here, this character says took 72,000 years ago with a new ruler with the throne, and then we jump here and it says, and now an imposter queen attacks Earth. This isn't a coincidence. There should be, I think, unless did I miss it? I don't want to speak. I don't think there is. Yeah, no, there isn't. There should be a caption down here that says, see Spawn 3, whatever it is, and when she finally set on to attack the Earth, so that people know. That's my only kind of complaint with this, because if you're just reading this book, you're like, I have no idea what that means. Any of it, And then he goes on and says, Knights, my plans have changed. I know where they are. So, I don't... I call him my strongest. The ripple has begun. Leave now. Bring me the swordsman alive, whatever it takes. If the girl interferes, kill her. Violator's no longer an issue. Time is so short. So this is my question, guys, and Zach as well, because you seem to be a little bit more adverse in some of the lore when it comes to this stuff. Is he saying Violator is no longer an issue because we haven't seen him since issue 350, and essentially he's presumed dead, or at least not around? Or is there something else that I've missed because I don't read a lot of the other Spawn titles?
It's
he hasn't been in the other 4 titles since then as well.
It's not that. I took that in the way where he probably knows that Violator's still around somewhere, like lurking, whatever. But I think where this individual stands and his own objectives, his own missions and stuff that he's trying to get done. I think he's got his own agenda, and I don't think Violator at one point probably would have like conflicted with that agenda, but I don't think so anymore.
Okay.
I take that literally as like something else.
Now, is that because that Shirley Johnson relates to the Violator because of the whole? Because let me explain that. I don't know if it was Kevin or whoever it was. I haven't seen him in here in a while because we haven't done these shows. But somebody was explaining that in one of the other books, it was explained that Violator had some kind of control over the spirits because he had made some kind of deal with Billy Kincaid or something like that. Is that ringing a bell? Which is why Shirley Johnson has the clown face paint.
Yeah, that's like the first arc of Kingspawn, I believe. First and second arc.
Okay. So I don't know if it had something related with that a little bit, because Shirley Johnson would technically fall under that, being like part of the. So this is just why I'm asking. So a few things I was reading in this, it kind of just threw me for a loop, and I knew Zach was coming on tonight, so I was like, I'll ask to see if he has any insight to that. Obviously with you, Sean, as well.
It's honestly, dude, I think it's really just. I just think it's with Shirley, that's more of two things. Yes, Violator worked with Billy Kincaid, but I don't think she's seen Violator. I think that's just she's a victim of Violator's actions that was orchestrated through Billy Kincaid. So she bears the mark of Violator forever being cursed. I could be wrong with that, but I mean, honestly, with the way that it's weird. So reading all these different titles that they have for Spawn, like Black Ritual, can get a little bit confusing for me. There's so much lore that they pack in when you know what's going on, but it's left also as a mystery in every single issue. You're also confused because you're trying to piece together, and some of it's conflicting. But with Shirley, the Curse of Shirley Johnson, it's more concentrated. Where the things they leave a mystery is things that are obviously going to be tied in later as you keep reading, but it really just kind of focuses on these characters and how they're going to intertwine within each other. And I think the black guy who has that major power that everyone was aware of is going to be the epicenter of that problem, not Shirley. I think Shirley, this little series may be focused on her, but I think she's going to be the she's going to be the assisting side character to
the stranger.
To the stranger.
Yeah, because this dude immediately shifts his attention from Shirley Johnson, which he was clearly on in issue 1, to the stranger now. And now it's just like, all right, throw Shirley Johnson out. She gets in, kill her. We don't care because, and what do you say? What do you say it was? An awakening has happened. So there's something important about the stranger. That's a fact.
Well, also look at this way too.
Go ahead.
Right? When we create comics, when we write our own stuff, make our own stuff, we think very heavily on the title. The title of the book is one of the most important factors outside of many other different things that we try to piece together to make sure the product is good. Why would they title it The Curse of Shirley Johnson and not just Shirley Johnson? Right? So I think the fact that it's not about Shirley Johnson entirely, but it's more focused on her curse and how that's affecting everyone else around her. So I think that these players that she's because it's trying not to go philosophical or
do it, man. That's what we're here for. Diving into let's go.
Like when we think of hell in our own way, like when we die, we sometimes think that we make our own hell. It's either we're living today and it's the hell that we make of it, or when we die, our hell is our own making it due to our punishments, our sins. that is
Yeah.
more solely focused on, right? So, what is the curse? Man, I almost lost track. What is the curse really focused on for Shirley Johnson? Like the exact curse that Violator bestowed upon her, right? Because he had Billy Kincaid kill her, but what's the actual curse itself? Like, why is she cursed? Is it just because she's a victim of Billy Kincaid and Violator, or is there something more focused to that all these other players that are in this book that we're seeing so far are also the same victims of Violator as well? And they're all like, because they all know each other, or they are in the same surrounding area of each other, that there's one significant factor that is going to explain why they're all in cahoots with one another.
That could be.
Dude, I don't know how that was such a weird conundrum of me trying to fucking explain that.
Not like you got through it though.
That made sense. Like
so we jump into whatever. So I don't know if this is heaven or if this is just another place in hell, because we saw this character in hell monitoring stuff, but he gets in here, he's trying to reach somebody, runs into this eyeball dude, and he basically says Belzekiel off the leash again, lurking near fleshbound souls like some lost mutt. So he's basically making fun of this guy that he's always got an affinity for humans. Lots of eyes, cool design.
I thought it was Bella Sakal. I think that's like, yeah.
Let's go with that. I can't pronounce
Bella
it, so
Sakal. I think that's how you pronounce it.
okay, Bella Sakal. We'll go with that. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I like that better. Bella Sakal. But he's like, so this character's name is Crimson. He was like, I was looking for you. Got something that'll interest you. The two unknown anomalies. There's a girl. And he cuts him off. Says, spare me your little crush on the humans. He's like, she's got a protector. The power surge you felt, that was him. Raw, untamed power. And then all of a sudden he's like, why didn't you tell me that earlier? Take me to him. So they're off now to figure out what's going on. So we have a bunch of characters converging, right? So you had the character at the beginning of the episode or issue coming in through the portal to them. You've got the main bad guy sending his knights after the stranger. Now you have this character, Crimson, and Bella Zakel, but whatever the name is, gonna meet them too. But I love this panel. Love that flying. That's just great.
Good perspective.
Are all
yeah.
it's so weird. Like, are all angels just that much of a fucking dick? Like almost every single angel in the small world is just an asshole.
Well, I think a lot of that.
They're angels. They're
No
perfect.
no offense to Todd, but I think a lot of that comes from Todd. You know, he's being an atheist or whatever he is. I think he has a very strong dislike for the Christian versions of like heaven and hell and all that kind of stuff. There was a really interesting interview he did with a pastor that had Rob Liefeld on. Yeah, good. I love that podcast. It's really cool because it talks about comics, but also comes from Christian perspectives. And he had Todd on, and it was a really interesting take to hear how Todd felt about things. And when you listen to that entire podcast, you really get a sense of why in this universe, why the good guys, essentially heaven, angels, God, well, they're all written as kind of like dicks or almost villainous, right? Because the way Todd looks at it, heaven and hell are both villains, and it's the humans that are, the heroes and everything. So that could be your answer to the question right there, Zach.
Yeah, I gotta take a listen to that. You gotta send me the link.
I'll try to find it. It's a good one though. I really enjoyed it, but because that's the way they're always portrayed. There's, it's always the quote unquote good guys are actually the bad guys. The bad guys are the worst guys. You know what I'm saying, kind of thing. And then you have the humans that are the only real good, that just want to be left alone, as Todd would say it. They just want to be left alone from all the deities and stuff. Ahoy Boy says, best to break the stories down in about 7 or after 7 issues. Spawn books typically flow as a 7-issue story arc rule, I assume, for trade paperback books. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. So we do one day it's Oh, so we get back to this whole thing. Shirley Johnson's talking to herself again, narrating as this thing is going. It's basically been one day since she's kind of broke away from that cycle that she was in of being killed, regenerating, being killed, just stuck in this kind of cycle with Billy Kincaid. And she's and it's been a day since the bad man killed me for the last time. And we get this two-headed the character talking with this other dude saying the creatures, he burned them all, talking about the strangers. So the power that he emitted, this bomb that he set off, took out all the bad creatures, just wiped them out in that one epic move. And then she just kind of basically goes, "You like Spawn bailed on me again. The stranger showed up, but something in him, my gut knew. Same pain, same emptiness, just like me." And so these characters are kind of all talking about what's going on here. That is no man. That's judgment wrapped in flesh and flame. Eyes up. This isn't over yet. I really like that line a lot. Who is that man? How can he do something like this? That is no man. That is judgment wrapped in flesh and flame. Now, if you go with who is the only one that brings judgment in any mythology, I'm coming from a Christian point of view because that's where my thinking comes from. But who is it that brings judgment in flame? To me, that's God. To me, that's a heavenly thing, right? So I don't know if that's where they're going with this in the storyline, because again, their mythology is completely different than like the Christian mythology in Spawn. But when you think about judgment and flame, usually that is not a hell thing. Your judgment comes from above, right?
Are you sure?
That's just where my head goes. I'm wondering what you think. Go ahead.
So when Lucifer fell, there's a lot of depictions of him as Lady Liberty, or where Lady Liberty is chained, where it's like she's supposed to be free. She's holding the book of, I believe it's the book of justice, and the flame, the torch, in her hand. And I think, and a lot of old, there's an old painting that depicts Lucifer that looks exactly like the Statue of Liberty. And like, I don't know, like when he says that, the judgment wrapped in flesh and flame, I think it's Lucifer.
That could be, but to me, like, there's only one that can bring judgment in. But again, we're talking about the Spawn universe,
Lucifer
so like
can also bring judgment too
in this universe, because in reality,
when
like,
you're in his realm, yes, he absolutely can. As long as you're in his realm, he can do whatever the fuck with you he can, until God intercedes on that and says, no, like, you can't, because this is, they actually did this and not this, even though you're trying to break the rules and whatnot. But I mean, they are in hell. Like, this is where this character is at right now. I think that there could be a possibility that it might be Lucifer in the form of a human being with no memory, or maybe he has some form of memory to him, but the consequences weigh heavy on him because he is somewhat of a mortal. I don't know. I'm still, dude, it's a lot to take in. I'm still trying to figure out. Yeah,
I liked it though. Like, it gives me a lot to think about with that, and that's a good conversation. We got Phil Diaz in the house.
What's up, man?
Ahoy Boy says, by the way, have you seen Greg Capullo's cover? I saw Santa Spawn Universe Christmas special. I don't know if I have yet.
Not yet, but that's being colored by our guys, Dave and Dan Kemp. So be sure to check that when that comes out. I think it's
our colorists working on our colors. So indirectly, we're a part of it.
It's because of us.
Yeah, it's because indirectly. We're going to take the credit for it, and we're going to just put our names in that pot as well.
Wiley J. Quick, 1 sec. Dan's like, "Are you going to talk about us?" And I'm like, "You going to pay me?" He's like, I'm like, "Of course we're going to talk about it, cocksucker."
We'll cover the book when it comes out.
We'll cover it when it comes out.
Yeah, because those are our guys.
They're dudes.
Wiley J said Spawn went for years without very many cool villains, and now we are getting all kinds of great character designs. That is true. That's really true.
There's a lot of Spawn villains just look like variations of Violator.
True.
Yeah.
Sheldon says, if he is judgment, then his people were judged, question mark. Or, that's, hey, I like that thought too. There's good thoughts here. Or the angel of Michael. Good thoughts, guys. Good. I like that. Hashtag me. Yes.
Sometimes I feel like if damn, my voice cracked there for a second. But
I like that. Puberty.
I think I think that when these guys, if they ever take a look at our show, like the guys that are working on these books right now, they look at this show, they're just laughing with their fucking beer in their hand, like, haha, these fucking idiots. They couldn't be so closer to the truth.
Probably. Probably. So she's basically just kind of contemplating in her head. She's like, was I wrong about him after everything? I thought he was my shield. Turns out he's a friggin' bomb.
Dude, I'm
and he
gonna
went
laugh
off.
my ass off if the fucking teddy bear is the key to everything. I'm going to laugh my ass off if it is.
That's actually a really good point there.
Why is she holding on?
In storytelling, you want to take something. In storytelling, sometimes you want to take something that's innocuous in the entire book and make it into something in the last act that is an important thing, right? So we, as the audience, have been following this story, and we know that Teddy is her keepsake, her thing that like a little kid holds on to for protection, for comfort. And yeah, that's a great point, Zach. Maybe in the end, that Teddy is actually something more important in the overall story than just what it is to her personally. So we'll keep an eye on that. I like that. I really do like that.
I'm just gonna throw this out there real quick, right?
Yeah.
Hell, what she's been going through, hell, is a repetitive thing that she's been constantly going over and over again. She never lets go of that teddy bear because it's the one thing that consoles her every single time. Now, imagine if that's something that she outgrows to move forward, to progress, and that is the thing that as hell stops. Like her curse breaks or something like that. I don't know, man.
Interesting. No, I love the idea. I love the speculation on it. That's great. Twisted Dreams said kind of like Cyan with the shoelace.
Ooh,
I like that. Teddy bear equals the shoelace. No, we're gonna keep an eye on that because I do like that concept quite a bit. And so she's actually kind of happy here. She's like, the ground burned, mountains crumbled. I knew it. You're back in one piece. And then he all of a sudden just turns on her, right? And she's like, wait, what's going on? And this dude, who I still have no idea what his purpose is here, says, he talks like he says, yes, Lord, I hear you. Like hearing the voice of God. I don't know. This time I won't fail, whatever it costs. I have no soul to offer, so take what's left. This body is yours. And he runs and he takes the shot right before Shirley gets hit. And he's basically, boom, right in the face, right in the side, whatever you want to say. But you also notice that she catches the blade.
Yeah.
So I like it's interesting, right? So almost like, did he have to sacrifice himself? Do they not know how powerful she is? Because she basically catches it like a freaking 80s movie star catching a sword.
Oh, no, because look how she's holding it. Dude, her fucking palm of her hand is like sliced through. Unless
she's generating some kind of power right now. But because you're right, she's holding it more like with her thumb and stuff, not like catching it in between the hands. But it's just showing the power, right? So she's catching the blade. This other dude is taking the majority of the impact, getting messed up. As a stranger's bringing this down, just great depiction, great page there. And she says, but the light inside me, it didn't break. It caught fire. And then we say, go, I'll hold him back. And she said, no more running. Please, this can't be you. You're still in there. I know it. She's talking to the stranger. As this guy's dying. He can't hear you. He's too far gone. And the funny thing about this is she actually apparently snaps him out of this. She said, I don't care. I will bring him back. Something's changing. I can feel it. And she breaks that spell. So again, is this her? Is whatever power she has, is she able to kind of break this character out of whatever power set he has. I don't know. It's interesting stuff that they're setting up. And so that was my only problem with this. The issue, I thought there was a little bit too new mystery when I wanted just one thing to just be answered. And we went an entire issue where there's still more mystery, which I'm fine with. I'm fine going into the next issue. Let's continue it going. But I was hoping for a little bit more answers. And the stranger wakes up, looks at Shirley Johnson, and he says, "What have I done?" And then she says, I feel stronger. This power ain't mine, but I'm taking it. I'm taking all of it. And we get a step back, and now we got what looks like Spawn's necro. What's that called?
Plasm power.
Yeah, whatever it is. It looks like she took his power. It is what I'm taking from the end of this book, that she took like Spawn's power, because her entire time, issues 1 and through this issue, her eyes have been red, and she's emitted like a red kind of power, and now she's glowing green just like Spawn does. I mean, what are you guys thinking at that? I mean, what do you take from that?
I don't know how she got the Spawn power.
The teddy bear.
Look, that's a really
the teddy
good...
bear is it. I swear to God, dude, the teddy bear.
No, I'm with you on that.
Sheldon says the teddy bear can be like a voodoo doll. Wiley J says the guy with the S on his head is Satan, hoping for redemption. That's an interesting thought. That's a really interesting thought. That never crossed my mind. That would be... Keep an eye on that. All right, so let's see. Where's the bear at? We don't see the bear. Oh,
unless
still
each single one of them,
he's in the body. He's in the body.
Yeah, still on her waist.
One of them is different personalities of Satan. Like you got Flaming Justice, right? Like Justice in flesh and
Judgment.
blood, which is him, Judgment, right? And then you have this guy with the S on his head. What is he really like? It seems like he's he's kind of more of what's the word I'm looking for? He is more worried than anything. He feels like he's trying to constantly be redeemed more so than the stranger is. Like he's on a mission to like, I don't know, man. It's so weird. Like these characters have very different personalities that are so different that actually, and because I don't know, because of the way this, like I'm thinking like the way this curse is and the way that how everything in hell right now is in shambles, that maybe this is supposed to be the forthcoming of Satan moving forward because God finally got revealed in the regular main line. So like maybe
could be interesting.
Like the coming of Satan starting to move forward, and all relies on an innocent soul, which is Shirley Johnson. And they're I don't know, it's like some weird curse that has to have some form of ritualistic type of thing that's supposed to bring her out of it. Like she needs to get sacrificed or she needs to get prepped, which is why the villain who sends his hounds after her knows this, and I think he's supposed to be the one that brings it out of her or be the one to do it, and like to fully bring Satan out. Like I don't know, man. Like it's a crazy gamble, dude. It's like such a...
I like it. Dude, I've always liked the way that your mind kind of contemplates things, even if it's off or whatever. Like you bring up some good theories, or possibilities, what they could be. Rick also says sacrifice. We got Buzz in the house. Hail peeps. Hail to you, brother. Good to see you. The one thing I'll say before we end this issue is it ends here with her saying, "One day, and I'm already not the same girl who died, or I'm already not the same girl who died yesterday." Now, I don't know if he did this on purpose or if it's just one of those things, but he drew her face different. The shape of her face, like if you go all the way up to...
She grown.
Maybe that's what it is, right? She looks older, right? Because let me find a shot earlier on here. Can I go? Nope. There we go. Just get all the way back to the beginning. So if you look at the way she's depicted here, cheeky, round cheeks and stuff. That's the way she's been depicted the entire time. Now, take that. Come on, Kindle, work with me here. No, stop it. Stop it. Oh, I can zoom in. That's cool. All right, there we go. Take that all the way back to the end. And look at her. Yeah.
Nope. Yep, she's grown. She's probably like in her like 11, like I don't know, maybe she's like 11, 12, maybe 15, like teen, maybe early teens.
Okay, so that is interesting. That is interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on that going forward. Why the... I actually didn't realize I could zoom in and zoom out of this. Damn it. What is happening? I don't know what I did. I don't have the control anymore. It went into a different control. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'll have to figure that out. Kindle is weird. So, okay, so she grew. We'll just go with that. She grew. And the rest of the book is what it is. I gotta take this out. That's annoying to piss out of me. That was Curse of Shirley Johnson 2. Everybody go check that out. Issue 3, I do believe, is out as well, which we will cover here in a little bit.
6 months.
Good call. Thank you. Thank you. Is she growing horns? I think that was just hair, but it could be. I closed it out, so I'd have to pull it back up. I'll have to look at it again. I will go back and check that out, Black Spider. But if there is an evolution of this character going forward, you know, and she's not going to stay a little girl, but she's growing for some reason, this power inside her, you know, and as she goes throughout the series, she's going to keep on getting older because maybe that's the curse. I don't know. I noticed that when I was reading it. So it's either intentional or it's got to be intentional because the face is drawn completely different than it usually is. And she says that line that I'm already not the girl I was yesterday. So, nah, that's good.
It's like the Britney Spears song.
You're gonna have to.
It's like, I'm not a girl.
Oh, not yet a woman.
Yeah.
Not yet a woman.
Yeah,
I forgot about
you
that.
know,
I do
watch
now.
Pop
Like
Pops.
you mentioned it, I was all over MTV.
Right.
But it didn't register when you first mentioned it. Ahoy Boy says Simon Pure was the leader of a vampire called the Kingdom, who was believed that they were descendant from the 12 apostles of Jesus, a race chosen by God. That makes a lot of sense because he does say that in the beginning of the book. Says, how does a vampire end up in hell? Thank you, Ahoy Boy. Appreciate you.
Yep.
That sheds a lot of light on there. I give it a 10 because the Spider Lady gave me a 10. Oh, hell yeah. Now we're talking. Please, Brittany, no singing. I like that. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Starting with Sean, we're going to go around the board. Give me ratings. Tell me what you think about the book.
You know what? I'm going to give it a solid 8.5. Art was awesome.
Okay.
Storytelling was awesome. Again, a little confused on certain parts. Hopefully that's explaining further issues sooner than later because I have the attention span of an amoeba.
No,
and I would rather not have to wait like 10 issues to get an answer. So I'll give
give
it
me
8.5.
something in the next issue.
Yeah.
8.5. I like it. That's solid. That's really solid.
Yeah.
Really good. Zach, what do you got?
I'll give it a 7.
Oh shit. Okay. Lower.
It has nothing to do with the quality of the book or anything. It's just more on the writing. It's a lot of mystery that I'm just kind of, I don't know. I feel like it needed a few more pages. It's weird. Like I try to. I read it, and when we constantly read comics all the time, and with the way that it was paced, the way they were setting some things up, I felt like this book could have used a few more pages. I mean, hey, you know, it has, and by no means is the story, bad or the art is bad or anything. It's a phenomenal book. I just think it just needed a couple more pages to kind of like, show me a little bit more action or show me a little bit more of some of these scenes to extend them. It would have been cool.
I like that. So you got a 7, you got an 8.5, and yeah, let's do this chat because I guess I haven't done this before. I want to see what your guys' rating for it is, whether you've read the book or not, just by going on the review and what we're doing here. So I'm seeing some 8s in there. Obviously, Sheldon Martin had a 10 because the Spider Lady gave her a 10. I like that. Hoya said issue 3 is a better issue. Also has a variant covered by Todd McFarlane and Frank Miller. We will cover issue 3 coming up here in a little while, maybe in a few weeks. We'll jump into that because we're going to keep on going with the series because it's one of the series I really enjoy. But we have to probably catch up on Spawn next before we do anything else. I'm going to go right in the middle, 7.5 or 7 and 8.5. I'm just going to give it an 8 just to be, let's cover all the bases here. I think we all have the same kind of thought process. I thought the art was great, fantastic as usual. I agree with both you guys and Zach when it comes to the story. I like a good mystery. That's what I'm doing with Reaper Destroyer. I'm building a mystery there, so I like that. I got nothing wrong with that. Whether it was a few more pages, I would say instead of a few more pages, just give me a payoff. One payoff where you reveal something, and then if you're going to introduce new mystery, at least reveal one thing. So that I can feel like I'm at least unraveling the mystery, and then give me a brand new mystery to take that place as we keep on going forward. Just give me a little bit of tidbit. So if you just give me one payoff in the book, I don't even know what that would have been, but just to move the story forward, because there's a lot of characters introduced right now, and we know nothing about any of them after 2 issues, and that's my only thing. We know nothing about any of these characters after 2 issues. So one character, give me just one reveal of who they are and what their motivation is, and I would have probably bumped up the story. Now, they might do that in issue 3, so I'm looking forward to reading issue 3. But this is a highly anticipated series. I enjoy it. This is probably my favorite book besides Spawn itself. And so I'm not disappointed at all. A couple critiques here or there, but 8 is still 8.5 and 7 is still very solid solid ratings for the book itself. We got some spider nip and you only give it a 7. That is a good point. I guess tits are tits. Yeah. Tits are tits. Let me look at the leaderboard here. Top fans, what we got? Twisted Dreams is still on number 1. Look at that. Rick Saylor must be doing his best to let people catch up to him. Being a gentleman there like that. Rick Saylor is number 2. Sheldon Martin's number 3. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Before we get out of here, guys, I wanted to mention something. So Reaper Destroyer issue or Second Chance campaign is closing Monday. What the hell is wrong with me? Sunday. It's closing Sunday. That is not it. Now, Indiegogo went and did a thing. They completely changed up their entire format. So I'm going to refresh this and see if it's in the new format. Because at least on my phone, it looks really funky. So let's refresh this. Let's see what happens here. Did it refresh? Come on. There we go. There we go. Look at the new format.
Scroll down.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like they tried to make this like Kickstarter. And so, okay, so you have to select. So it's only got the featured perk on here. So you have to go and I think you have to go and say back this project, and then yeah, that's what it is. So these are the new. Let me go back one. These are the new things here. Instead of old Indiegogo where you go down and you have all the perks listed, now I think only the feature perk is the only thing listed. So which mine is the everything in one, which you can select. To get to the other perks, you have to hit back the project, and then they have all these other perks available. So that's yeah, that's kind of some of the new stuff with the site. Somebody was telling me though that let's see, let me add the pledge. Submit pledge, continue browsing. No, continue browsing. Somebody was saying that the features to add on were a lot more simple or something like that. So I don't know, but it's a lot different. It's a completely different format that they closed down Indiegogo today. They relaunched everything, redesigned it. I don't like it as much. It's not as appealing to the eye when you first see it. I don't know what the purple color is. I don't think that works at all with anything. And here's another thing it's doing. So I had 51 backers, 53 backers, something like that. And what it's doing now, it's not counting every time you back. So they do just what's it called? Not featured backers. What is that name of the word I'm looking for? Unique backers. So it just counts unique backers, which means what I'm guessing here is if you backed multiple times at different times, the old Indiegogo would count that as a separate backer. So one person backs 3 times, it counts as 3 backers, right? And you get that backer number on your list here. So this is now, I think, only counting unique backers. So I think if you back this project multiple times, but from the same email address or the same account, you still only count as 1 backer. It doesn't affect the money, but just affects the backer number. I'm not sure if I like that, because I like seeing that number be as big as it can. You don't even care if it's somebody backing 7 times. I like to see, like, hey, Reaper Destroyer had 1,300 backers. I don't know what the unique backer number was, but I like that 1,300 number. But that's another thing that was changed. That affects mostly creators more than it affects anybody else. But yeah, this is kind of the new layout, guys. I mean, tell me what you're thinking in the chat. It's going to take a second to get used to. I don't know if I like it as much. I feel like you have to do more. The old Indiegogo is boom, everything was right there. If you're a backer, you choose whatever you want right over here. You scroll through it. Now you actually have to click, go to another window. So I don't know if that's going to hurt sales for people, because I mean, let's face it, myself included, we're lazy. I don't want to have to go to a page and be like, all right, well, now I got to go to another page and see what's going on to see the rest of the backers. I don't know if I like that at all. I mean, what are you guys thinking?
I gotta take a quick look at it. So I don't know. It looks just like Kickstarter to me.
Right. Yep. That's why I was saying, like, I feel like they specifically went in and was like, we're going to copy Kickstarter, and this is what we're going to do going forward. Yeah, it's gay. It's gay. IGG is going weird. Yeah, they sold to like a Swedish company or something earlier in the year. Today was a day where they shut it down. They relaunched it with all the new bells and whistles, supposedly making it better and all this kind of stuff. And I think they just kind of made it a little bit more complicated, to be honest with you. IGG fucked small creators over. They got rid of all 3 Ace campaigns. They are nowhere to be found. 5 years of hard work with nothing to show. Fucking brutal for people like me. Damn, man. I didn't know that. Well, that seems like beyond the shadow banning. I know shadow banning is hard to find, but damn, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to create my own site.
We talk about it all the time. There's things you can do. Fund my comics out there.
Yeah.
You create your own site. That's another option. Or just, possibly we give it a second. We get used to this. Creators get used to the new features, and it just becomes whatever it is. And months down the line, nobody even cares anymore. I don't know. But for first thoughts right off the gate, right out of the gate, I don't like what they've done as a creator or a backer. Rick says, I highly recommend getting your own website. As a creator, I'm done with IGG. Yeah, a few people have said that. Did they fix the tipping system at the checkout? That I don't know. I'll have to go through and actually... I haven't backed a campaign, obviously, since this happened today, so I'll have to see. Why's everything got to change? New people come in thinking better ways to do it. They probably want to compete more with Kickstarter, so they copy Kickstarter to a point. I actually also heard that when you back on Indiegogo, it's almost becoming like Kickstarter now, where they don't take the money out directly right off the bat, that it waits till the campaign's done. It'll count it just like Kickstarter. So again, I'm getting a lot of people talking about it, just kind of picking out the discussions I've seen going around the board with different creators on what's going on. So it's going to be a big adjustment. It wasn't broke, why fix it? New owners, you get a new owner come in, they want to do their own thing. It's as simple as that. And unfortunately, it's not something I think it's very popular right now. Yeah, it's getting worse right now. Yeah, it definitely sucks, that one. Yeah. Get your own business website or your own website. A lot of people are getting turned off by IGG. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the case. I talk with guys like Rick and some other people there, just say they don't back on IGG anymore. And then it kind of gets hard, right? Because people are like, I don't back Kickstarter or I don't back IGG, or you get some people are like, I'm only backing Fund My Comic. So it kind of puts a creator in a rock and a hard place with some of this stuff of where you put your campaigns, which maybe getting your own website, have the main campaign there, and then have like a smaller version on IGG, smaller version on Fund My Comic, a smaller version on Kickstarter. Maybe that's a way to go to kind of cover all bases. I don't know. The crowdfunding landscape, I think, is changing. We got to be able to change with it, but we got to figure out where it's going first before we can actually change. So right now, sit back, watch what's going on, have the discussions with everybody, creators and fans, backers all alike, and just see how this is going to go forward. Because like I said, this might just sweep under the rug. We might bitch about this for a second, and maybe everybody gets used to the new IGG, or maybe it's just completely done like Buzz. Too many people don't like IGG right now because it has hurt certain creators with the shadow banning and other stuff like that. So it's an interesting conversation to get into on another time to really dive into it. Maybe we'll do that in one of the Otten stuffs coming up, and really, maybe get a couple creators in and talk about it. But I wanted to cover that real quick because that was breaking news that just happened today. Yeah, Rick's getting tired of crowdfunding in general. As long as you back us, that's all I care about.
Just stay with us.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the faith. Shout out to Joey.
First campaign, try and go everywhere while build a website. Yeah, I'm definitely looking into doing something on my own website. I pushed Reaper Destroyer 2 back to 2026. In the meantime, I've got a couple ideas lined up that I'm going to do for quote-unquote launches or exclusives on my own website going forward. So if that works good, I might move the second campaign to my website as long as I can make sure it works out correctly. Because I know there can be some kind of issues with that. Speaking of my website, though, superiorpresscomics.com. Links, I do believe, are down below. You can go here. This is my company website. Links to the campaigns. You can buy back issues of the first run of Reaper Destroyer. Limited copies left. I want to say there might only be like 50 to 100 of the Doyle covers left. So check that out. If the second chance campaign is good, but you're not getting these covers. If you want the Doyle cover, if you want my cover, because I think we're all out of the Shelby cover. If you want the black and white cover, you got to come here unless you go into eBay or secondary market, buy it from somebody else. But if you want these original covers in the original mint condition, you got to come to this website, but you're paying more because there's a limited. He's never printed again. That's the whole lore about the first campaign. It's never printed again. Same thing with the ash cans. We still got ash cans left over from 2022 when we launched the ash cans. Original art. But what I want you guys to get really excited about, and when you stream with me on the Ronan Joe Show on Sundays at 10 or whenever I do the Ronan Joe Show, I will always put discounts to this website in the chat. 10% off of anything in the store or off your basket in the store. Go check it out. We have coffee mugs. We got t-shirts. We got phone cases just because I thought it looked cool. But these t-shirts I'm very proud of. You got the Dale Keown t-shirt, which I'm wearing right now. You can't see because it's under my hoodie. But you have this Oliver, it's a Bedrick cover or t-shirt. You have the Chauncey Blakey t-shirt, black and white versions of the Dale, the hoodie. And I haven't put a lot of other designs on here yet. I don't want to overwhelm it, but I've got a ton of other designs to get to. Here's the thing with these t-shirts, guys. 39, 45, 39. These prices are what they are because these are quality t-shirts. They're not 100% cotton. I don't like 100% cotton because I've gotten shirts before from different companies and they shrink when you wash them. They just do. They don't hold their size. These shirts are 50-50. They will hold their size. I've got a version of the shirt because I wanted to see how the production was before I went with this style shirt. And I've washed it a ton of times since I've got it. It hasn't faded. It looks good. It feels and fits just like it did when I first got it. It hasn't shrunk. So you're getting a higher quality shirt, and yeah, you're going to pay a little bit more for it. $30, $40, whatever it is. The good thing about this is if you go to this site, you have options here. You can buy it straight out, or you can buy it with shop. You can break the payments up into, this would be two interest-free payments of $22.43 with this product. So trying to make it a little bit easier with payment options. I'm going to look into adding more payment options as we go, so this site is as user-friendly as possible. But get the gear, get the coffee mugs. Original art is available as well. You want commissions from me, you come to the store, you can get it. If you can DM me as well on social media and talk that way, or you can just order a commission through us as well. If you get a chance, come in here, leave a review. Tell me how we're doing on Reaper Destroyer. Tell me how we're doing on the website, all that kind of good stuff. So check that out, superiorpresscomics.com. Links are down below. Ronan Joe Show, 10% off anytime I'm streaming for you to buy anything in the store. Yeah, I do believe the hoodie is 100%. I think that's more of a cotton one. Because the different material you use for these, the higher the price is. That's just the way it goes. So hoodies are expensive in general. So if you were to do that with a hoodie, you're talking about charging $80 for the hoodie, which is just ridiculous. I think as it is right now, it's like $50 for the hoodie. So, but again, you got a chance to go in there, break the payments up. It makes it a little bit easier to buy stuff. Oh, show the mugs? Okay, let me bring it right back up. I'll show the mugs, and then I will get out of here so I'm not dominating everybody's time. But, time is money. Time is money. Promotion is money. A few mugs. And again, if you like any of the art you see on my campaigns, I can make pretty much anything out of anything. I just chose some of the stuff I thought was cool right off the bat to throw up here. So you've got this mug right here, which is basically the wraparound cover with the logo on the back. You got this. So it pretty much looks like this. Logo on the back, wraparound cover. You've got the Dale Keown cover in the red. That's pretty much the t-shirt design that I did, which I really love, and that kind of goes all the way around as well. I gotta get me some of these. You got the white version, which I thought was kind of cool. The reversed aspect just on the white, I thought it looked really badass as well. And then if you just want the plain Reaper Destroyer logo, there you go. And I thought that actually looked really good. And these are bigger cups too. They're not 8. I think they're 16 ounces. What does it say here? What did I order? I got to look at my inventory. I can't remember. Diameter 3x3x4, but whatever. Anyway, they're badass. Check it out. Mugs, I think they're awesome. T-shirts, mugs. Let's go. Let's go is all I have to say. Do it out. Get on it. SuperiorPress.com. Comics.com. Let's go. I'm still too freaking fat. I'm down from 6X to a 4X and almost to a 3X. I'm getting there. Hell yeah, man. And let me just say congratulations, man. That's not easy to do. And I'm very proud of the work that you put in. And keep kicking ass, man. Keep kicking ass with that. None of the nanoplastic stuff. What I'm going with isn't plastic. It's a very light material. The shirt I'm wearing right now is extremely comfortable. It's not heavy. It's a light material, so it's comfortable in the summer and all around. But yeah, it's not that plastic shit. It's really not. I'm telling you, I went for a higher quality t-shirt because of what I like out of t-shirts, and I'm hoping that everybody else likes that as well. Thank you guys, appreciate it. SuperiorPressComics.com, go check that out. All right, let's jump out of here. We got stuff to do. I'm just hijacking the stream, and I do a look at you got these two guys down here just bored out of their minds. Sean's got to poop. Sean's got to poop. Zach's just waiting. So, all right.
So bad. I'm clenching cheeks.
Well, that's why we got a private chat, man. Just type in there, like, dude, I got to take a shit. Wrap this shit up.
I can't. I don't know how to do it on the iPad.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, everybody. Number one in the chat, Twisted Dreams. You got a victory. Congratulations. I'm going to add to your title. Your tally there on the leaderboard. Twisted Dreams is the victor for tonight. Join me 10 p.m. on Sunday for the Ronan Joe Show. Sunday, we're closing out the Second Chance campaign of Reaper Destroyer. I'm going to stream sometime in the morning, and I'll do the Ronan Joe Show at night. Close this thing out, see what we can do, and then it's done. We're getting the books out as soon as I get that money released. So join us for that. Other than that, Zach, you got any plans? You around anywhere that people can come hang out with you, watch you, do anything lately?
I think the next time that they'll see me is probably going to be on your show next.
I like it. Next Tuesday, we're going to try to get back on track with the Spawn review, guys. So, just shit in a bottle. Sean, big Papa got a big poopa. I like that. All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here so Sean can take a shit. See you guys Sunday. Be good to each other. Take care of one another. And as always, picture me naked. Talk to you later. Peace.
What the hell are you? Spawn.
You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor.
I'm feeling strange, drowned in the grave.